Welcome back to News Tonight, and some news now. Bar Council of India, or the BCI, Vice Chairman R. Dhanapal Raj has been arrested by the CBI in a corruption case. He was a former chairman of Bar Council in Tamil Nadu. Now, CBI filed a case against Dhanapal Raj in December of 2010 for granting licenses to private law colleges across the country after taking bribes. Now, his bail plea was rejected by both the Delhi High Court and the Supreme Court. The CBI raided the house of Dhanapal Raj in Chennai in December and recovered over 80 lakh rupees in cash and named him as the second accused in the bribery case, along with Rana, who is also a BCI member. Well, trucking in India is synonymous with the Tatas and Ashok Leyland, but that could change. Daimler, the world's largest truck manufacturer, enters the India's booming truck market and launched an exclusive brand for its trucks here in India. Following the Built in India, for India, by India model, the Germans are hopeful and have sounded the proverbial war cry. Take a look. If you thought only international marquees enter the booming Indian auto market in the luxury car segment, here is some news for you. Daimler AG unveiled its exclusive brand for trucks in India, Bharat Benz. The top brass of Daimler is confident that the Made in India, for India strategy adopted by it would work.
Huge country with this huge population and this fantastic dynamic growth. We see major opportunities here.
You know, we are investing here into India 700 million euro, and that I think shows the commitment that we have, and we see a lot of potential in the future because there is not only a growing market for trucks, but it's also a changing market.
Close to $1 billion have been spent already, and the plant at Oragadam is expected to be up and running by June of 2012. A strong dealership network is also a part of the strategy.
Of course, it's a challenge to build up the after-sales and sales network. But again, I think first is the plan, then the truck, and then it's the after-sales and sales network. And I'm pretty sure we are able to make it.
In fact, estimates peg the number at nearly 200 partners of dealers and network associates. And interestingly, despite the pedigree, the Germans are looking at aggressive pricing.
Regarding the cost, it will be surprisingly competitive.
Competitive pricing apart, the management also spoke of maximizing the strategic location of Chennai for exports at a future date.
It's a very good opportunity and possibility that we will export these trucks with this brand, potentially starting with components, for instance the engine, which will be local as well.
Where is the famous three-pointed star? And how will Indian brands such as Tata and Ashok Leyland, who ruled the truck market, respond to the German challenge? We will have to wait and watch. In Chennai, this is Ashmit Kumar for NDTV Hindu. Well, with just a day to go for the Cricket World Cup 2011, ICC chief Harun Lorgat is rather bullish about the 50-over format, calling it their flagship event. Let's listen into him.
I think regardless of 2020 cricket, the World Cup is our flagship event. We've coined the phrase that this is the cup that counts, so it's an important event for us. It is certainly the flagship of 50-over cricket. With the backdrop that you point around 2020 cricket, it just gives it that more importance in that we want to ensure that all three formats survive. And I think the flagship event has to be successful to support that notion.
Well, ahead of the World Cup, the US Department of State has issued a travel advisory to its citizens on traveling to India, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, who are the host nations of the tournament. Now, while the US government has received no specific threat information, they feel that high-profile events such as this one can be a target for terrorist attacks. Now, they have asked their citizens to maintain a high level of vigilance and to take appropriate steps to bolster their personal security.
We sent this notice out now because of the upcoming sporting events. To remind the large numbers of travelers we expect to attend to keep security in mind when they're making their travel arrangements, when they're in their lodgings, and when they're attending the events themselves. It's a large enough, a major event enough that we know it attracts a lot of attention, so it's a worthwhile time to remind the American traveling public about security issues.
Well, switching tracks, a movie on Tamil glamour star Silk Smitha, played by Bollywood queen Vidya Balan, has a spark of criticism even before it completed rather. Now the Bollywood production, which narrates her life and death, has been hit by controversies over its title. Lalit Jude has this report.
Best known for her glamour roles, Silk Smitha dominated Tamil and South Indian cinema in the 80s and early 90s, until the glittering career came to a tragic end when she ended her own life. Recreation of her life from a modest star to a prominent glamour girl played by Vidya Balan has attracted criticism over its controversial title. Critics say the film named Dirty Picture shows the star in bad light.
இப்போ நீங்க படத்துல அவங்க எடுக்கும்போது கூடுமான வரைக்கும் வெளியில தெரிஞ்ச சந்தோஷமான தருணங்களை பதிவு பண்ணலாம். அதே மாதிரி சோகமான தருணங்களையும் பதிவு பண்ணலாம். பட் சோகத்துல எது உண்மையான சோகம், நடந்தது என்ன அப்படிங்கறத ஒரு வாழ்க்கை வரலாறுங்கும்போது அதை கொஞ்சம் கரெக்ட்டா என்னங்கறத கண்டுபிடிச்சு அந்த மாதிரி பண்ணினா நல்லா இருக்கும்.
Actor Vinod Chakravarti, who introduced Silk Smitha to the movies with Vandi Chakram, thinks the title Dirty Picture is not appropriate. He also claims he has already registered his own script for a film on Silk Smitha with the Film Writers Association.
அவனோ சொன்னதை வச்சுட்டு ஏதோ ஒரு கதை பண்றீங்க, அதுல டர்ட்டி பிக்சர்னு வச்சுருங்க. வெரி சாரி. சும்மா நீங்க வந்து அதுவா இருந்தா இதுவா இருந்தா கேபரா இருந்தா எல்லாம் ப்ராஸ்டியூட்டா இருந்தான்னு சொன்னீங்க, I will sue you in the court.
The producers of Dirty Picture may not have expected this criticism, but how they would handle further possible resistance to the film is likely to generate a lot of interest amongst critics and fans. In Chennai with Lalit Jude, Natasha for NDTV Hindu.
Well, that's all we have time for. More news and updates at the top of next hour. Keep watching.